of my graduating class of 1999, still framed on my bedroom wall at my parents' home in Slingerlands. I took a closer look at each one of the girls in that photo, now fully grown adult professionals, and each exceptional in her own way. Among them, Megan, the artist, now a US Naval captain; Vimala, a tri-season varsity athlete, now a nurse who has cared for patients throughout the pandemic; Irene, a soft-spoken pianist, now a teacher in a busy New York City school; Jessica, a competitive figure skater, now an accomplished journalist. I realized how lucky we were, as how lucky you all are, to have attended the Academy, because our time here provided us with 3 formidable superpowers. First, the superpower of diversity, that each one of us, despite being so different from each other, learned together, grew together, and appreciated our differences as friends, some of us for over a decade. Second, the superpower of mentorship, that none of us would have become the people or professionals that we are without the many mentors watching over us, sometimes sternly, usually lovingly, here at the Academy. And third, girl superpower, the confidence instilled in us at AAG that being a girl is not an obstacle in the way of our goals, but a privilege that enables our aspirations. I first entered the Academy doors as a 5-year-old who loved climbing up the stairs of the kindergarten loft and playing beneath the apple trees on the playground. It was here that I first cultivated a passion for the sciences with the mentorship of Mrs. Laura Waterhouse and Miss Linda Blankenship during middle and upper school. A true Academy lifer, I spent most of my childhood here, as many of you have. Since my transformative years as a student here, I've been fascinated by the connection between the eye and brain. In pursuit of this passion, I specialized in retina, the microscopic tissue in the back of the eye responsible for human vision and our interaction with the visual world. As a retina surgeon, I'm fulfilling my dream of helping to cure and prevent vision loss. AAG's cultivation of the liberating spirit that being a woman means that every door is open and anything is possible gave me the confidence to pursue this field of surgical retina, a specialty that is still predominantly male. Without the guidance of my many research and surgical advisors, though, this career path would not be possible. Today, for some of my most complicated surgeries, I still seek the guidance of the top surgeons. My work imaging the retina to diagnose previously incurable eye disease is informed by the experiences of senior researchers and colleagues in my field. I have leaned on the appreciation for diversity that the Academy instilled in me to treat New York City's ethnically and socioeconomically diverse patient population, to work with interdisciplinary teams to provide patient care for challenging cases, and to move ophthalmology into the future by expanding telemedicine across the globe. In 1999, I stood on this very platform addressing my fellow graduates. While combing through my personal Academy archives, I found that speech. In it, I made some pretty wide-eyed, far-ranging predictions for the new millennium. Settling other planets will become a reality. We will find the ability to contact other intelligent life forms. Gene therapy will become commonplace. Our current modes of transportation and communication will become obsolete, and our houses may even resemble those of the Jetsons. Some of those predictions have already manifested, while others remain on the distant horizon. We have handheld personal computers with which we can visit doctors from thousands of miles away, transact billions of dollars, and even have conversation face-to-face with our loved ones. Cars are beginning to drive us. Civilians have orbited on space flights. Researchers are finding cures and vaccines for the most complicated diseases in months, work that only a few years ago would have taken decades. Any question that comes to mind can be tapped into a Google search, with a result that pops up, sometimes to our satisfaction, and then with a contrary view, often to our dissatisfaction. The world is changing around us at such a rapid pace, which, while empowering, can be dizzying and even destructive if we do not reflect on the impacts of our communities, our relationships, and ourselves. Our politics have never been more polarized. The globe is warming at an unprecedented pace. Diseases are spreading across the world in days. Robots are displacing human jobs, and information is cluttering so much of our brain space that we often do not know what or whom to believe. In this world, drawing upon those superpowers the Academy has cultivated within you will not be an option, but a necessity. In the midst of the conflicts between people of warring political parties, ethnicities, and perspectives, the world will look to you to mediate, negotiate, listen, and most critically, empathize with multiple perspectives to find mutually beneficial solutions. Your ability to navigate through the diversity of thought and backgrounds that shaped your experience here will determine the destiny of your communities. Do not take this responsibility lightly. When there are no signposts in this ever-changing landscape, whether it be the direction of your education, career, family, or global events you care about, you will need to seek out the types of mentors you have had here at the Academy, who genuinely care about you. And when the opportunities arise, serve as a mentor yourself. You may not realize it now, but there are others who are looking to you as their role model and seek your direction. Engage and inspire them, just as your teachers here did you. The world will not always be the nurturing place you grew up in here at the Academy. There will be difficulties and setbacks, but you as women leaders, you will face these with the confidence you have developed at the Academy. The world is depending on you to always stand up to these challenges without shutting others down. In 1814, Betsy and Ebenezer Foote founded the Academy with their own daughter in mind, to create the first educational institution in the United States for girls, one that prepared girls to be leaders and to take on life with high expectations. Today, we celebrate not only your academic and extracurricular accomplishments, but also the resilience, adaptability, and strength you all have displayed over the past few historic and unpredictable years. I am sure that none of you could have anticipated just how unique your high school experience would be. Your high school experience and that of your generation will certainly influence the way all of you approach the world in the decades to come, and for future generations to come, as previous generations of Academy women shaped your experiences here. And one more thing, as you move on, stay in touch with your classmates and teachers. And most of all, thank your parents and family for all that they have given you. And call them often, on FaceTime, of course. Congratulations and best of luck to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. Next, our salutatorian. One of the qualities that I will remember most about our salutatorian is her leadership. She is extremely active and mature beyond her years, whether with robotics, student council, initiating school-wide programming for Black history and women's history, or with the overall strengthening of our culture here at the academies. What she will be remembered most for, though, is her kind heart and compassionate approach to all of humanity. Please join me in welcoming Kendall of Sufka to the lectern.
Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to the commencement of the 208th graduating class for the Albany Academy for Girls. I know it has taken a lot for many of you to make it here today, whether it be traveling across the state, the country, or even across the world. I know I am, as well as the rest of the graduating class, extremely grateful that you are all here today. I would first like to express my gratitude for being named the salutatorian of our class. It's taken a lot of work for me to make it to this point, and it's amazing to see that hard work pay off. I would like to say it was all me, but the thing is, that's not the truth. So many people have contributed to this accomplishment, and in complete honesty, it would be impossible to list them all. Well, I would obviously like to thank my family, my school, and my friends, I've come to realize that it's been the entire class of 208 that have helped me reach this point. I'm so grateful that I've gotten to experience high school with this talented group of young women that sit behind me. Every single one of you, whether you know it or not, has made a lasting impact on my high school experience. When I think back to days where I've shown up to school feeling depleted or depressed, 9 times out of 10, it has been you guys that have been the ones to lighten my spirits and keep me going. I know how excited we all are to get out of here. It's been a long 4 years, and for some of us, even longer. And it's always exciting to begin something new. To be honest with you all, though, I'm not actually as excited as I may seem. Each time I try to think ahead to all of the fun I'll be having next year, I find myself getting sad over the things I'll miss. All year, my friends have complained to me about how ready they are to graduate, and I always respond with, well, aren't you going to miss everyone? Every time they give me the same, well, we'll still visit each other in college. I've thought about this though, and I realized it's not the same. Sure, I can see my friends over breaks and talk to them on the phone, but let's be honest with ourselves for a second. There are some people in this room that I will probably not see until our 50th reunion, and some quite possibly never again. I don't want to place the blame on myself or anyone else because that's how life works, and there's nothing we can do about it. But when I think about this though, it makes me appreciate all the small moments I have experienced with every single one of my classmates. We'll never get to experience these moments again. It's those short conversations with an acquaintance in the library or the walks across the street that I'll remember. It's easy to remember the big moments you've spent with those closest to you, but people rarely think about the other things. I urge you all to think about these moments as they happen. There have been so many times this year where I've stopped and thought to myself, wow, I'm really happy to be here right now. While it's made me sad to think about leaving it all behind next year, I'm truly grateful that I enjoyed those small moments while I had them. And to my class, I've been blessed to have been able to get to know all of you, and I'm so excited for all of you to be starting this next part of your journey. I've watched you all grow into beautiful, intelligent young women, and I'm so incredibly proud of what all of you have accomplished so far. I'd like to turn back because I feel like I glazed over it the first time and thank the Albany Academies for taking care of us over these past years. We've been a special, very outspoken group of young women, and I know I speak for all of us when we say we are so grateful for everything that you've done for us during our time here. With that, I would like to thank you all again for coming today, and I hope you enjoy the ceremony. Thank you.
Next, please welcome to the lectern the Athletic Director of AAG, Ms. Angela Marathakis, to begin presenting our awards.
Good morning, and thank you for coming. I'm very honored to hand out 3 athletic awards today to 3 very deserving young students. The first, the Colonial Council Athletic Directors Award, is given to a senior student whose actions best exemplifies positive determination, effort, and cooperation. This award is recognized by the Director of Athletics and is presented on behalf of the Colonial Council Athletic Directors to a student who has spirit, athletic and academic achievement, and positive sportsmanship qualities. While only here for part of her high school career, this year's recipient quickly became a very integral part of our athletic program. She is a powerhouse on the field, and deservingly so is going on to play at the Division I level next year. This year, our Colonial Council Athletic Directors Award goes to senior Ava Rose Sterling. Congratulations, Ava. The Caitlin M. Toth Outstanding Athlete Award is presented to the senior who has demonstrated a high degree of athletic proficiency, strong leadership, good sportsmanship, and a positive team spirit. This year's recipient has dedicated countless hours to bettering her level of play and encouraging her teammates to do the same. Whether in competition or practice, this athlete always gives 100% effort to her sport, making her one of the most valued members on her academy and travel teams alike. The Caitlin Toth Outstanding Athlete Award winner for 2022 is Emily Grace Smith. The Joan Albright 49 Athletic Award was established to recognize an outstanding female athlete in the name of the late wife of Harry Albright Jr., AA class of 43. This year's recipient is a three-sport athlete who rose to be a leader